Hello and welcome to the Soundtrap Education Summit. This is a free event by Soundtrap put on for teachers to give you lots of practical ideas and inspiration to go right back into your classroom. My name is Matt Miller and I'm the moderator of the summit. I'm the author of 4 books, including Ditch That Textbook. More than 10 years I spent in the high school Spanish classroom as a teacher, and then these days I get to create cool resources to help educators just like this one. And so in today's short episode, we're calling this episode 0, right before the summit starts. We wanted to give you a quick idea of what you're going to see and what's going to be happening. And when I say we, it's not just me and this person over here over my shoulder. I am talking about including the ed specialists from Soundtrap. So we have Audrey O'Clair, Jess Kurtz, Taylor Hahn, and Justin Grimes, and we're all going to give you kind of a quick overview of what to expect in this summit. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're all super excited about this. Real quick, I thought we would just run down some of the details real fast. And then I want to hear from all of you because you all have gotten a sneak peek at some of these sessions that everybody's going to get to watch, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So we're definitely going to get to that and hear some of that. So let me kick it over to Audrey real quick. Can you just give us a quick overview of what this whole summit is?
Yeah, sure. And first, a huge thank you to you, Matt. You've been an incredible partner in this project, and it's been a ton of fun. I've learned a lot and had a lot of happy moments already. So it hasn't even kicked off yet. What teachers can expect to find is 10 videos that are released one a day starting on Monday. They're pre-recorded, edited, and beautiful. They'll be transcribed, captioned, and after each video, you'll be able to access PDF notes, an hour-long certification, a certificate that you'd have attended, indicating that you've attended. And then each of the presenters is going to share a teacher takeaway. So that could be something like a lesson plan or a unit plan or a tip sheet or a website just specifically for this summit. So we're really proud about that. And then once the videos close up on the 14th of October, we will be turning each of the videos into just an audio only version for the ears that will be available on Spotify.
Excellent. Yeah. So lots and lots of good stuff here. So I want to keep kicking it around the circle here. So we're going to go in this direction past Audrey over to Jess. Jess, can you tell me just a little something about the summit, about what people might get, about something you've seen, just something about this whole thing that makes you excited? What's something there?
Yeah, so one thing I think about is, especially as a lot of us are no longer in person and together and sort of having those opportunities for spontaneous collaboration. One thing I really am excited for people to see and hear is sort of conversations that maybe would have happened in the course of a teacher's lounge discussion over lunch or something where you're having 2 really passionate people come together and find out that they have a lot of shared values and visions. So I think something for me that I'm really looking forward to celebrating is just sort of also opening up that conversation, because typically in a school setting, you're sort of limited to the conversations in your own building and sort of who you pass in the halls. Whereas this is really opening up the eyes and ears to teachers from all over. So excited to share that and hear what everyone has to say and their response.
Yeah, absolutely. And related to that, we're going to have a Twitter hashtag going. So if you're a big Twitter user, even if you're not a big Twitter user, you can definitely get in on that Twitter hashtag as well. And so the hashtag that we're going with is Soundtrap EDU Summit. So definitely go check that out on Twitter and get involved in the conversation. Tweet some stuff out that you're hearing that's really resonating with you, and then go there to find other people and find what's resonating with them too. So, Justin, how about you? What are you excited about?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm most excited just to have people from different spaces coming together to talk about one shared thing, and that's transforming education and how we can really move from being in the classroom to now a digital age. So I think that's something that I really appreciate is conversations around culturally responsive teaching and figuring out ways for cross-curricular connections. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And I know that after this summit, a lot of teachers will be empowered to go into their respective digital classrooms to just enhance the learning environment there at their schools.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. No, I'm totally with you on that. And, you know, that was one of the things, Jocelyn, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that was one of the things that floored me, you know, having gotten the privilege of getting to be in on all of these sessions, is that there are so many practical takeaways, so many different things you can take back into your classroom, just like you were saying. So yeah, very good stuff. Taylor, how about you? What are you excited about?
I'm just excited for kind of the density of information and amazing people. There's so many different people from all different areas of education, music and podcasting. And I think the great thing about this is that it's going to be one place you can show up and just know that you're going to be getting great ideas and information. Obviously, there's all kinds of stuff on the internet, but you have to go and search for it all your own. This, you'll be able to see all the videos that I've already seen, many of them. And I think it's just super packed full of awesome examples and the ability to go deeper into them and learn, you know, straight from all of our guests. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. So real quick, if you're watching this video, then this probably means that you're registered for the summit, which we are super, super excited about. However, I'll bet that you're probably not the only person in your sphere of influence that might be interested in the summit. And so if that's the case, then definitely do let other people know about the summit if you get an opportunity to. And so it's just as simple as this, just sending them off to soundtrapedusummit.com. And if you do that, then you're able to see the website. You know, this is probably the same website that you went to register. And so all they've got to do is just scroll down here and put their email address in this little field right here and click register, or hit this register button up here. And of course, what you can also do here is get an idea of what to expect from the summit. And then you also get to see all of these fabulous presenters. And oh my goodness, this is quite a list. I mean, we have musicians, we have producers, we have podcasters, we have educators, we have people in theater, we have people who do improv, we have entrepreneurs, we have storytellers, and we have this goofy looking bald guy down here. I don't know how he got in on that group. So just wanted to kick it over to the ed specialist real quick and just see what did you think about the slate of presenters that we've got in general? What really resonates with you on that? And I'll just kick it off to anybody that wants to speak to that. Well, to me, when it kind of looks like a future Hall of Fame of educators and teachers. Like, honestly, everybody is just so impressive. And the other day we all met up, and it was just so cool to imagine like all the possibilities coming from all the experience that everybody brings. So yeah, I think you're in for a treat. Anybody else?
Yeah, last night as I was cooking dinner and, you know, previewing the videos that were sort of my responsibility to look at, I found myself having conversations and yes-anding and, you know, sort of agreeing with things that the presenters were saying. And my son was like, "Mom, they cannot hear you." And I was like, "No, but it's just so good." And, you know, several points I laughed out loud. So, you know, it was very, I don't know, I felt really vulnerable when I started to watch them, right? Because you and I, Matt, have put in so much effort on the back end and getting this all organized. And I've been, you know, so excited to share the videos with my colleagues at first, and then, you know, teachers around the world second. But I was so nervous starting to watch them. And I was so excited after that first video, especially. And then it was just like, okay, I just couldn't get enough. So I'm really hoping that's the experience that teachers have.
Yeah. And Jocelyn, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I just think for me, what just really took me back was just to see the array of speakers that we have and to see the different race, the genders, the nationalities that are coming together, because I think that's when we're reimagining education. These are the people that we want to be like leaders and at the forefront of like teaching and inspiring kids. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Jess, you're the last one. Anything that struck you about the group?
My colleagues are pretty smart, so there's not a ton left to add. They really
Right.
kicked it off, but I will say that the list is really exhaustive, and something I love about sort of the expertise in the virtual space or the virtual room is maybe a music teacher comes with intention to really listen and hone in on their music instruction, and they really want to focus on a conversation between music educators, but then they get so engrossed with a topic that maybe they wouldn't have chosen. So I'm really excited for people to come in with an open mind, because even if you came looking for one thing, I think you're going to be happy that maybe you exposed yourself or brought into your own thinking outside of, your original expectation.
Yep. Totally agree. So, real quick, as we get sort of to the end of this video, we've all gotten to watch some of the videos. I got the privilege of getting to moderate all of the videos. So I got to be right in the middle of every single one of them, but everybody else here on this recording has gotten to see some of their own. And so I wanted to just kind of kick it around the room again one more time and just say, hey, what was one of the videos that you watched, and what was one of the things that really resonated with you? Just so everybody kind of gets a feel for what's going to happen in these videos. So let's go straight over here to Audrey. Why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, so last night, the video I'm talking about specifically that I was watching last night and responding back and forth to was Michaela and Onesha. And that was all about storytelling and public speaking and having a presence. And I was just struck by how much content they continued to give and give and give. And I was like, wow. I was laughing with Jess earlier. I'm like, it should have been a 300 level course. It was a lot of content, and they were so generous and funny and honest and just really, really relevant. And I think that teachers will go back to school the very next day and teach a little bit differently. Yeah. And there were so many zingers and one-liners, and I know that you have someone in the back end that's like creating these PDF notes, and I giggled as I was listening, because I'm like, that poor person that's taking these notes is essentially just going to be like transcribing the entire thing, because every word that they spoke was pure gold.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, she does feel that way. Her fingers are like exhausted trying to take all of those notes. So
sorry for her.
Hey, that's okay.
Sorry,
that's okay. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Jess, how about you?
I'm really excited. I got a chance to preview a few of the recordings, but similarly to Audrey, I think just the conversations that we've been in sort of the space having in these last few weeks is a lot about ensuring sort of the logistics and the setup and making sure that things are running smoothly. And I know that that's where a lot of teacher headspaces had to be to kick off the school year in a great way. And I think one thing that I'm really excited about, at least for one of the videos I previewed, is someone totally taking you out of your day-to-day context and thinking about education in a way that is going to blow your mind, not just right this minute, but maybe in the next 100 years. So really excited to sort of see and hear how that conversation goes with the listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin?
I think for me, looking and listening to some of the videos, one thing that stood out to me when we think about music education as a tool for liberation, that's something that I think is so important. And I know music saved my life growing up, and I know that it's going to save so many students' lives out there. So I think the teachers are in for a treat when we go into those type of conversations. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that one in particular, my goodness. That one was where Duran Hall kind of led a panel on, just like you said, music for liberation. That's the first video that you're going to get to see. If you're watching this video on Sunday, then Monday, our very first video is going to be music for liberation. And that one was picked very intentionally, almost as a keynote of sorts, to kick it off, to put everything off on the right level. And this is one where I don't want to give too much away, but it's like, this is the one, you know what I mean? Like, this is the one that says, hey, educators influenced and changed my life and helped save me. And it's like that inspiration piece that I think will set the right tone for this. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that one, Jocelyn. That was a really good one. Yeah. Taylor, how about you?
I've been really into some of the stuff from Wayne, Scarlett, and Rowena, as well as Jake and Claudio. And there's tons of good stuff there. But the thing that stands out to me the most is like putting the student at the center of it. And there's at one point, Wayne just says, ask your students what kind of music they like and tell them what kind of music you like, which is like the simplest thing ever. But I don't think that we do that enough. And we don't really ask the students and let them decide and let them have a say in what they're doing. So I think that's a theme that I'm looking forward to having shared more.
Yeah. Yep. No, I totally agree with you. So, so anyway, if you're just as excited as we are about this summit, then your first video kicks off on Monday. Again, if you're watching this on Sunday, then it'll kick off tomorrow. And of course, with all of these videos, you do get an awful lot. Audrey mentioned earlier, there are PDF notes that come with each one. So even if you can't see every single one of the videos, you can download the PDF notes from all of them and get the key messages away from all of them. So you get that. Of course, there are also certificates of completion that you can get for professional development credit, where you just fill out a quick form and put your name and your email address in it, and it shoots it straight into your inbox. And that's something you can submit for professional development hours. Plus, all of our presenters have been asked to provide what we're calling a teacher takeaway, which is like a little one-pager or a video, or in one case, an entire free curriculum. Like there's so many amazing things that they've all shared. Yes, Audrey.
Created by a student, mind you.
Yes.
Student created curriculum, which I find just so incredible.
That's a fantastic one. That is, we'll just spill that one. That is the free podcasting in the classroom curriculum created by Daniel. Him and Lila are in the student session that you're going to absolutely love. So there's lots of free stuff to take away from all of this. Of course, the whole thing is free, but it isn't forever. So the summit lasts all the way until October 14th. And then after October 14th, the whole thing goes dark, which means the videos are unavailable, the certificates are unavailable, the notes are unavailable, like everything goes offline on the 14th. And the reason behind that is that it's just like a regular conference. You know, a conference is kind of like a space in time where everybody comes together and everybody is present. And then once it's over, and that moment is over. And that's kind of the way this summit is too. And so we're going to encourage you to have a little bit of a sense of urgency with all of this. You know, don't put off the videos until the very last minute. Kind of enjoy them as best as you can, the ones that you really want to watch. And then you can always go back and rewatch them again if you want to, but make sure that you do that before October 14th, because that's when it's going to shut down. So any last second thoughts or points or anything from anyone as we wrap this up?
The one thing that does last forever though, Matt, is the PLN, right? Like
yes,
being able to connect with so many new educators and, you know, new thought leaders and folks from different spaces that you weren't intending, you know, to connect with. I'm so proud and excited that we can offer that to this group of teachers.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody else?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go is right. Exactly.
We'll see you on that final episode, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's right. The Ed Specialists will all be back, and we're going to be kind of like debriefing the whole thing and talking about some of our favorite stuff. We gave you a couple of little teasers here, and then we're going to go dig right into everything when it's all over with. So we are thrilled that you are along with us for this journey, and it is going to feel like a journey in a good way. I mean, there's going to be an awful lot that I think we're all going to get out of this summit. So I'm super excited. All of them, they're all super excited too. We're all excited for you to get into these videos. So for Audrey and Jess and Taylor and Justin, I'm Matt Miller, and we're going to see you in these videos coming up in the coming days. So thanks again for being a part of this. We'll see you tomorrow.